The conference, well, I think everybody that followed last year, they put Brandon Valley number 1. Brandon is a team that should have and could have, but didn't. Beat Roosevelt last year in the semis, and they've got their quarterback back. He's pretty good, Marcel. They got Vandenberg, a receiver that kind of ate us up last year. He's back. They've got a running back by the name of Tripp. That's pretty good. And they got a couple linemen coming back. So off of that I know of preseason, I know a little more after Friday night because Brandon Valley is ranked 2, and they play O'Gorman who's ranked 3 at O'Gorman. So that'll be a big game. Washington would be the big team, but in our conference it'll be Brandon. Then it's kind of open. I'd like to say, if I go out on the limb, I'd say it's Yankton, and I'd like to not be. We don't play Brandon until the end of the year, so I'm hoping that we keep growing and getting better, and by the end of the year, we're not number 2 in the conference, but number 1. But we got to stay healthy, we got to keep working. But our kids are working pretty hard, and I think that's a possibility. I did think we could match them with speed, but right now the speed that's showing up, as long as it stays healthy, we might surprise some teams with our speed. And then after that, I think it's wide open. You've got Brookings is scary. They had a freshman class last year that beat all 4 Sioux Falls schools. They got quite a tailback in the freshman. There'll be a sophomore. I think he'll start for them. I believe they're going to take, Joe might know more than me, Joe Vig on this one, but I think they're going to take the Caleb Vig, who's been a pretty good basketball and middle linebacker for the last 2 years, started as a sophomore. I think he is their quarterback. I think they're going to spread things out, and they're probably going to run the ball just as much as they throw it. And they'll have a speedster, and then they'll have a physical fullback playing quarterback that can throw the ball. And so I think Brookings could be scary, but they're a little bit young. Watertown's junior class is pretty good, but they've got a new staff and so forth. And I don't know for sure what to expect from there because he's been in Texas for a while, so I'm going to guess it'll be some kind of spread. Aberdeen will be better. Their sophomore and junior class is pretty good. I keep informed a little bit on that. I have a nephew that plays for that's a sophomore, so I keep squeezing him a little bit, get a little information. I think Mitchell lost a lot of kids. I don't think they'll be as good as they were last year, but they'll be rebuilding, and they got some young kids that are pretty talented. Huron has their quarterback back, and they'll be better than they were last year. And so there's a lot of possibilities. It depends on Pierre. Pierre right now I think is a scary team because they do have a lot of kids back. They got the Wager kid back at running back that is fast. Last year he broke away from us and we didn't catch him. And so we got to keep him in check. But I also think that if you look at it, they had I think they won the state in wrestling. They did pretty well in basketball, and they got most all those athletes back. But getting them out and getting them to work for football might hopefully is another question for them. But they do have some pretty good athletes. If they all came out, they could be kind of scary. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Right now, I think the conference is really wondering where it's at. I think everybody's picked, I would say in the polls that everybody picked Brandon number 1. I was going to go out on a limb and pick us number 1, but I thought that might be a little too bold, so I just kept us at second. But that's where I want to be at, and I think our kids do too, so I think we got a shot to be pretty good if we hang in there.